It must be the season of the peach. It is here in New Zealand, so what better time to talk to Jared Swilly of the Black Lips about their new album, Season of the Peach. We found Jared at home in Atlanta, Georgia, where he was reminiscing about past Black Lips shows here in Auckland.
Yeah, I remember the King's Arms because we played with King Brothers from Japan. And
Right. Yep.
Years ago, when I was like a teenager, I saw them. I went to see them in Atlanta and I didn't know who they were, and it was insane. And like that was one of those shows where like for years afterwards people talked about it.
Yep.
Like this mythical show. And like I don't think anybody really knew who they were here.
Right.
God, and then I remember the Laneway Festival because I feel like a dick for not remembering his name. A very famous old New Zealand artist who had really bad health problems for many years came out and did some songs with acoustic guitar, and it's killing me. I can't think of his name right now.
Maybe Martin Phillips or Dave Dobbin or one of those guys?
No, I want to say his name started with a C, like Chris.
Oh, Chris Knox.
Chris Knox.
Yes, he had a stroke, and because he's like one of the most important New Zealand artists that's been around. He's still around, but he had a very serious stroke about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, so I think this might have been like the first time he played since the stroke, and it was like a really big deal.
It was a big deal. Did you see any of it?
I did. I saw the whole thing.
It was intense, man. He couldn't sing, he couldn't speak, but he could perform, that's for sure.
I remember a lot of people being like, it was like really emotional.
Yes, yep, yeah, exactly right. Well, I'm glad you got to see that. That's very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So the season of the peach, you should be aware that the peach season in New Zealand starts in December, so you're ahead of the ball game here.
So wild. Yeah, I guess it's like flipped. Peach season ended here like a month ago.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, so tell me how this album started to come together for you guys. What is it? Is it a concept?
No, it's like, I mean, I guess like almost like a fake concept album. I think we've had a couple of those. There's no concept really. I mean, I guess like the intro and outro makes it like seem like it's like a shitty concept album because there's no concept. But like I don't know. There's no real formula. It's just for like, I guess pretty much my whole life. We just like make a record and then we tour everywhere we can on that record. And then it's like, oh, it's time to make a new one, which is ideally it'd be every year, but it usually ends up now being every 2 or 3 years. And so like Oakley, our drummer, he has a big property up in the Catskills Mountains in upstate New York. And he had a big barn on his property, and during the pandemic, he spent like his time like converting it into a studio. And so we just record. We went up there because we used to go up there since we all live in different countries and different cities.
Right.
We go there about once a year, and it's cool because it's away from the city. You're out in the countryside, and like there's really no distractions, and that we just usually stay for a month or two, and we can work on music together.
Gotcha.
In lieu of like, most bands get together once a week. That's like our time to get together. And this time, usually we would just go there to write, but this time we were able to record, and it was really ideal because studios are expensive. It's kind of stressful because there's like, if you start working on stuff in there, especially because we don't practice very often, like in my mind, I'm like every minute costs like
$10. You don't want that. That's
so, and it like throws me off because I'll just be like, oh well, fuck it, let's just do it and just try to do it quicker.
Right.
So this is cool. Like, I mean, I'm a wake up at the crack of dawn kind of guy, but the rest of the band isn't. So you can kind of come in whenever you want, and then we can stay all night. And there's no engineer like, well, it's 10 p.m. We got to go.
Right. Yep. No, that's cool. It sounds like a good way to work. Yeah, and I'm familiar with the area because I moved here from Rochester, New York. So,
okay.
So I'm kind of from the same area. But
okay, cool.
It must be nice to work like that. Interesting, because I can see the pluses and minuses. It's kind of loose, and everybody can kind of do what they want. But then it's
It's a little loose. I gotta kind of wrangle everyone. I'm kind of like the dad of the band.
Okay. Yep. All right. Somebody's got to be.
There's no pressure, and like I kind of just I'm like, well, whatever. Like we'll we'll be here. Like if I'll change my schedule. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll be a night person for this month.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to do it. Somebody's got to be flexible. Otherwise, it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys, it's great that you have so many different writers and singers, and everybody seems to do everything. That must take some wrangling as well.
Yeah. Well, it also takes like a lot of pressure off of everyone. Like,
Right.
you know, I couldn't imagine being like the sole
Right.
writer or singer or anything like that. We've always been anyone who's in the band, you're basically just, you know, like a full member. Um, it's kind of more like a collective. Like everyone that's ever been in the band, you know, past members have always written, and I find it works better that way. To run it kind of like a collective commune type of thing.
Gotcha. All right. So, was there one song that kind of got things started out of the 14 that are on the record?
Actually, yeah. Well, I think the first one we started working on didn't even end up on the record. We recorded a lot of songs for this one.
Right.
It kind of gets fuzzy because the way we start doing it, like everybody has their own demos they make, and we like start emailing them back and forth, and like my computer is really sloppy, so when I have everything on there, it's just like a ton of stuff on my desktop, so it's just
Right.
like 5 or 6 different copies of every song. It was really just like going up there. Actually, I think I came up last because I work.
Right.
And those guys, they were all up there, and I was like finishing a job down here. So yeah, they would actually know better than me.
Okay.
Maybe Zulu Saints. I remember that being a very early one because I had to like they were sending demos of it to me, and I had to learn it. Like,
okay, well, it's a pretty interesting track. It's got some kind of Sardinian thingy going on in there, and it sounds very
yeah. I forgot the proper name of the instrument, but we used to go to Sardinia a lot. We go there every summer for years.
Right.
Play shows and stay there for a while.
Right.
And then last summer we went back for the first time in, geez, at least a decade. And all the same people were there. It was kind of cool. Like all these people I used to know, like a lot of them just had like their hair was a different color. Now they're like all gray now. But this dude, it's like a Sardinian bagpipe.
Okay.
And I don't know how we linked up with him, but he played with us on like we played a show there, and he just played on every song, and we're like, that instrument's rad. It looks like a bunch of bamboo shoots.
Right.
It sounds cool. It's super loud and like not even mic'd up. So I like that, like getting like a nice touch.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I've got it written down what it is. LAUNEDDAS or something, if I can.
Oh yeah. I can't remember how to pronounce it though.
No, I'm not going to give it a shot either. But there you go. And then on top of it, I mean, obviously you guys are into nuggets and kind of garage rock and all that stuff. But then in the middle of it all, you got like Baptism in the Death House, which sounds like kind of a drunken gospel track. What happened there?
Roy Suttles and his buddies were all licked and beat, just a wasting away in being a CSP. They couldn't stand the thought of living their whole life behind bars, so they plotted their escape at the prison yard. They stormed the guardhouse with a wooden gun. It's rusty spoons.
started out like trying to do like garage stuff, like Back from the Grave and like Nuggets and stuff. But like like I grew up in a gospel church, so that was
Okay,
kind of like,
well, it all makes sense now.
that's like the first music I ever heard, and
Right.
it's like near and dear to me. And that song's actually a true story. It's like about my great grandfather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was like this. He was all the guys in my family are preachers and have been preachers for many years. My great grandfather was a pretty well known preacher around the Southeast. Did like big tent revivals and stuff. They called him the Walking Bible.
Right.
He quote the entire Bible.
Oh,
You had to have like a shtick. He was like a showman. That was like his thing. But there's this like jailbreak or attempted jailbreak at the South Carolina penitentiary, and like 6 guys took some guards hostage. And there was like a big standoff, and then like I guess like the cops like stormed them and started throwing tear gas, and in the melee they killed a guard, and so they all got a death sentence.
Right.
And I guess it was the big, like they did it. They were going to do them all on the same night.
Oh, jeez.
It was like the biggest like mass execution in South Carolina history. And since my great grandfather was around, they called him in to like come in and spend the night with them and do their rites and everything. And he was like trying to lead them to Jesus and stuff. And like five guys went with it and like repented and like,
Yeah.
wanted to go to heaven, I guess. And like one guy, I guess the main guy the song's about, was just like, fuck you, and like kept like just like spitting on the ground. It's like, fuck that, I'm like going to hell.
Right.
And my grandfather wrote like a small book about it. And like I wish I had one. I've been trying to track one down for a while, but it's like 5 saints and a sinner learn his fate. And it's like the language is pretty like really intense. I mean, it's old. It's like from 1932.
Right.
I always heard that story growing up, and
yeah.
I was like, that sounds like a cool like murder ballad.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty intense. It's quite a family you come from.
Georgia.
Georgia, there you go. And one of the songs I want to touch on, it sounds kind of like a 50s style doo-wop thing. Was it Hat Man?
Oh, yeah.
And then it's got like some Zappa-esque guitar near the end. So that's quite a range.
Sounds melting into symphony. There's ghosts on the loose. Like causes shot, catatonic shot. I can't stop it. Shot, static symphony.
I'm kind of like, other than gospel, like I'm kind of like obsessed with like doo-wop and like 50s music. Like people always ask me what I'm listening. Like actually a guy at work the other day, like, so what have you been listening to? And it's like, I kind of feel I'm only listening to the same stuff like
right
over and over again for years. Like I haven't heard anything new in a long time.
The Spaniels, the harp tones, the Platters. That's what I'm listening to.
Yeah, when I'm at home, it's like the Platters, and that's like,
you can't beat that though. Yeah.
So that was my attempt at doing a doo-wop song, but
nice.
I wanted it to be like kind of like more Joe Meek. Like I really like Joe Meek stuff.
Right.
And, and like the songs about drinking cough syrup, which we used to do a lot when we were kids. I mean, I haven't done it in 25 years, but
right.
That's what we used to do at school. And so it was drink Robitussin and Benadryl and stuff to trip. And that song's like about that. And it's supposed to, like, I wanted it to sound like a doo-wop song, but like kind of like doo-wop filtered through like Benadryl.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
That was the idea behind it.
You know who was a big doo-wop fan was Lou Reed.
Yeah, dude. I always when I DJ, I always play that merry-go-round song.
Right. Because I met him once. I was working at MTV in New York in the 80s, and I was like very young, and he was very intimidating. But somehow we managed. I was supposed to like babysit him before he went on camera or something. And I'm oh, Jesus, what am I going to say to this guy? He's going to eat me alive. And then he found out that I like doo-wop music, and we were like best buddies within minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, he's a New York guy, New York doo-wop.
That's right.
Have you ever heard that single that Norton put out? a while ago. It was like, yeah, that
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I love Norton puts out some cool stuff.
Yeah, they were one of my favorites.
They put out a Real Kids concert live thing that I recorded off of a radio station in Rochester.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're real big Real Kids fans for sure.
Yep. So what's it like out there on the road these days for a band like you?
It's pretty good. It's always been good for us. We just got back from Europe, and all the shows were great. 26 years and people still come to see us, so
Yeah,
that's good. People are always like, "How long are you going to keep doing it?" I'm like, "Well, I usually kind of just like take it tour by tour, and like the last one was really good, so it's like, well, seems like we should still keep doing it."
yep,
Things are a bit more expensive now, I
yep,
guess. I mean, I
yep.
think that's across the whole world's gotten more
It's
expensive.
it's
So
very the cost of living here in New Zealand is outrageous.
yeah,
So
man, I bet. Yeah, I don't know if it's like Australia, but last time I was in Australia, I couldn't believe.
it's worse here. I've
Oh,
heard. Yeah,
I don't smoke anymore, but I just remember like that was one of the last tours I smoked was in Australia. I brought my own,
right.
but they were almost like $50 a pack.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, my
Damn.
daughter smokes. I don't do it, but yes, I tired of hearing her whinging about it.
Yeah.
That's what
But
you.
yeah, I mean, other than that, like the road's good.
Yep.
I still like it. Not much has changed except for it's easy, with GPS. It's easier to. We used to get lost a lot more.
Well, there you go.
I used to carry an atlas, and that was hard. Like, especially like in little Italian towns, it's pretty difficult. But yeah, you can get everywhere faster. I'm not a big fan of technology, but I'm not shaking a stick at GPS.
Right. It has its place. It has its place. Now, yeah, I think you wrote one of the songs you wrote is Cassandra. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that one.
Sharp eyes see flashes through flames. Shells like the buildings they raise. Cassandra of the souls beamed into Bosnian homes. From Belgrade down to Split, Cassandra's a hit. Let's tune in and turn on the switch.
That one is about. I spent a lot of time in the Balkans for a few years. I got like a lot of dental work done there and had dated.
Yeah, the old health system in the States hasn't changed.
Yeah, I got my teeth fixed there. But while I was there, this girl I was dating, she was like telling me, like, 'cause she grew up in the like the war was all around her and stuff. She told me stories about it, and she was telling me about like the most popular show in Yugoslavia then was this Venezuelan telenovela called Cassandra,
Right.
and it was so popular that when that would come on, like they'd stop like shooting at each other. Like it was safe to like go out. Snipers would be busy watching the show, and I thought that was such a cool story. It was like kind of brought some like levity to the whole situation. I think at one point it might have gotten canceled or they took it off the air because of I'm not probably not getting it totally correct, but it wasn't on TV. And I think someone from the UN like begged the broadcaster to like get it back on the air, and it got it back on the air. And that was like some people were saying that kind of like helped ease the tensions there. And I was like,
Right. Well, it can do that. Art in all its forms.
Yeah.
The healing. And do you pay much attention to the political comings and goings in the States at the moment?
I mean, it's kind of impossible not to.
Yeah, right. It's so strange seeing it from outside in. It's just
it's weird. I mean, yeah, I guess that's all I'll say. It's
fair enough.
It's a strange time.
All right. All right. Very good. All right. Well, hopefully I think you played at the 100 Club in London in September, didn't you?
We did. We just did two shows. We just did 2 shows there.
Because I remember buying a punk album from the 70s that was at the 100 Club, so it's one of those venues.
So many shows there. It's crazy. It was great, man. It was a wild show. It's small. I prefer playing small shows. Like I would take, like we did 2 nights in a row there.
Right.
And if it was up to me, like every city, we would just play like 2 or 3 nights in a small club as opposed to like one bigger one. Not there's any, the next tour we're going on tour with a bigger band, and it's like, it'll be neat to play these giant rooms, I guess, but I feel a lot more comfortable. I'm just at home in smaller rooms.
Right.
Sounds easier to deal with. It's less intimidating.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, the 100 Club, like I had like, when I was in like 8th grade, I had like my English composition book. Like I printed them out on my family's computer, but it was like a flyer from the Sex Pistols at the 100 Club.
Yeah.
And I remember getting in trouble for that. And I had to like black out sex. So that
sounds right. Yeah.
So it was cool playing there. Like you think about like every band I liked was on that stage, like from like jazz and blues to, I mean, Paul McCartney just played there a few years ago. And like,
can't beat that. Yeah.
Pretty cool place.
Did you happen to catch the Sex Pistols with the different frontman on their recent go through?
No, I would have gone to see that. I love this. I really love the Sex Pistols. I mean, just because there's albums I like a lot more. Like I like the Damned record. We used to always argue which is like the better punk record.
Yeah.
But just the Sex Pistols as a thing, that was really the first. Like I remember being, man, maybe 11 years old or 12, and like I saw like a few second clip on like VH1. Like I knew I was into rock music and had kind of heard like of punk and seen people at the mall with mohawks and stuff, but that just from that like clip, that doesn't happen. You know, that's like a really life-changing thing.
Absolutely.
It was just like 6 seconds of Anarchy in the UK, and I was like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
The Sex Pistols are really like special thing to me. I didn't see that, but we played a festival in Ireland years and years ago. Not that long, maybe 15, 16 years ago. And it was the Sex Pistols with Johnny Rotten and Glenn Matlock.
Yep.
And that was great. Like I couldn't believe I saw that. But
Yep. Yeah, they played here, the original quartet in 96 or 97, but I saw the new version last year.
I also had a sticker of that on my binder. That was the Filthy Lucre tour.
Yeah, that's the one. But the new version, I mean, with the new guy, I mean, they're not trying to pretend it's Johnny and he's not imitating him. And the band, they probably play better now than they did back then. You know, the 3 guys.
Yeah, there's probably better chemistry. It seems like I love Johnny Rotten, but he seems like it could be like difficult. Maybe.
I think he could be hard work. Yeah. All right, very good. Do you have a Johnny Rotten in your band? Is anybody particularly?
No, we actually like get along. I mean, there's a reason we've been together like 26 years. Like we get along pretty well. Like there's never, when we were like teenagers and early 20s, like we had like fist fights and stuff because we've known each other since but that was like just from excessive drinking and being very young.
Yeah. Well, we got the Brian Jonestown Massacre is on their way here, and I think that's all people want to see is the bunch of them just beat the crap out of each other on stage.
Yeah, that's part of the draw, isn't
it? Very good. Oh well, it's all punk rock. Anyway, thank you very much for taking time to talk to me. I love the record. It's got a little of everything on it, but it all kind of makes sense in some weird way. So, good job.
Thanks, Marty. I appreciate it.
And next time, tell your promoter to come to New Zealand.
Yeah, I want to. Hopefully.
We'll get you there. All righty.
Yeah, maybe this will help. This will help.
If you enjoyed this episode of the 13th Floor's Music Talk series, please be sure to subscribe to the website or to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram and wherever you find your podcasts. There's a whole lot more to discover.